Welcome to Shamrock Writings, where we mix a love of stories with the warmth of good food. And being today is St. Patrick's Day, we're going to cook up an old Irish classic, a Dublin Coddle, over a turf fire. The turf is dried peat, which I get from the bog. Traditionally, this dish was a hearty favourite of Dubliners, made with sausages, potatoes and onions. Dublin Coddle isn't just a dish, it's a piece of Irish history. It was a favourite amongst Irish writers, including James Joyce, who mentioned it in the Dubliners. Back in 18th century Dublin, coddle was a perfect dish for families. With no refrigeration, people used whatever leftovers they had. So that would be sausages, bacon and potatoes. All slow cooked together so it would be ready for when they got home late, sometimes from the pub. But coddle is made from leftovers. As it is without a specific recipe, it does lead to heated debates from purists and typically consists of roughly cut spuds, sliced onions, rashers and sausages. A traditional coddle did not use carrots. The word coddle derives from the French term coudre, which means to boil gently, parboil stew. So I'm going to use whatever I have in my pantry, fridge, to make a vegetarian version of Dublin Coddle. That's because I don't eat meat. So I will make this recipe available, the meat and the vegetarian one. It will be below in the comments or below in the description. So for this vegetarian version, we'll be using 6 sausages. They're still in the fridge. 4 slices of Quorn ham. I don't know if it'll work, but we'll give it a go. 500 grams of bacon potatoes, about 4 medium ones, say, and they will be cut into 1/2-inch slices. 1 large onion, I've got 1 and a bit onions, so that would be, say, 200 grams. I'm going to use a Swede, bugger, turnip, whatever you like to call it. Some parsley, I've got in water, keeping fresh, and the carrots, 200 grams of carrots, and they'll be sliced into slices. There'll be salt and pepper to taste, and about 500 millilitres of vegetable broth or bouillon. Now, if you're not using smoked bacon, you could put a 1/4 teaspoon of smoked flavouring, but that's perfectly, that's optional. Also, you could add, say, 180 millilitres of Guinness, Murphy's or other stout or dark beer, but that would only be 15 minutes towards the end, just to simmer that away. But I'm not going to be doing that. I want this reasonably plain. I'm not even going to brown the sausages much, just give them a tiny colouring, and the same with the onions. I want to keep it quite similar to traditional. So I've got the Dutch oven warming up, so let's get on with the prep. Everything's been washed. Right, let's top and tail those. Let's make this quite chunky. As you see, no chefy stuff here. Just cut them. I'm not going to bother peeling potatoes, not unless I find bad bits like this. And last, but by no means least, the sausages. Sausages? I mean the onions. That's my head thinking I should have got the sausages out. Keep your fingers away when you're cutting. That's the basic ingredients done. Let's move everything over to the campfire. Right, I think that's quite hot in there, so let's just raise it up a bit. That should do. See if it's too hot to handle. Oh, crikey. I said it was hot. Let's put the onions in first. Now, I don't want these browning as such. I think I might be fighting a losing battle that way. Give it a quick stir. So now I'm going to go straight in with the sausages. Try and cool everything down. This is the Quorn ham, just to add a bit of smokiness. Well, that's had a few minutes. Tiny bit of colour, not too much. I'm going to just put all this on a plate. Probably should have got a bigger plate. And if you think the fire looks low, it is hot. I can't get too close to it. I've got a nice bed of coals there. Don't have to worry too much. Now we've lightly browned the sausages and the onions. We will put the rest of the ingredients in, well, after we've removed them. So we're going to use about half the potatoes on the bottom. Sort of like a layer, I suppose. Half the carrots and the Swede. Let's say about, I don't want sausages yet. So about some of the onions. All of the sausages. Then the rest of the onion, bacon. rest of the vegetables. Salt and pepper to flavour, to taste, whatever you like to say. I like quite a bit of pepper. I will just chop some parsley and we'll sprinkle that around. You can make it how you wish. Then the last layer of potatoes. I'll probably try and make this a bit neater. You can hear it frying away underneath. Look at that. Just enough. Then we're going to add 500 ml of stock. And we're going to add the lid. I'm just going to bring that to the boil. Just going to lower it down a fraction. And there you are. Dinner is underway. Well, it's been about half an hour. As you can see earlier, I did add some coals to the top. Let's see how well it's done. I can smell it. That's one thing I can do, is smell it. Actually smells quite good. So, I'm not sure if these are actually hot. Oh yeah. I can actually smell it even more. Oh yeah. Well, that's a cooking. Do you know what? I just want I'm gonna call that it. Yeah. So that was about 37 minutes. I knew this fire was quite hot. I don't want to do those top potatoes anymore. Let's peel the carrots. Still got some bite to them. That's it. I'm going to call that it. So we're going to take this off. And I'm going to get a bowl. And I'm going to get my soda bread. I'm going to let it cool down for a bit first. But yeah, I'll give you a close-up before I take it off. My first ever Dublin Coddle. Right, I'm very happy with that. I'm going to take that off. I'm just going to put it aside. And I'll be back to you in a minute. Right, I've got my bowl. I want a bit of... Got one sausage. Let's have another one. Some of these top potatoes. need some of the liquid. Probably could have added more stock. Anyway, let's see how it goes. I have got my Dublin Coddle. I have got my stout. This one is by the Crafty Brewing Company. A charmingly smooth stout with notes of coffee and chocolate. 4.5%. And it's made in... I need glasses for this. Brewed in Ireland for Liddles. So the Crafty Brewing Company. I don't know if I hold it up, if you see the label. Yeah, a bit of decoration for the coddle. Get rid of that. Even got a glass for the stout. Oh, that's nice. That's not, yeah, that is right up my street. Right. Let's give this a go. I've just bit my tongue. I'm getting it everywhere, but that is me. That's what happens. The sauce. Oh God, those sausages are really good in this. This is not at all bad. Actually, it's pretty damn good. No. But that's it. Total success. Not going to change anything. Sláinte. What a perfect combination for St. Patrick's Day. Yep. Anyway, I'll talk to you soon. Let's get these glasses off. I'll talk to you all soon and see what I come up with next time. So, Shamrock writings, there'll be short stories, there'll be history, and there'll be culinary, Irish culinary exploits. Exploits? Attempts? Whatever they called it. Anyway, bye for now, and I'll talk to you soon. Oh, No, I forgot my John W. Cambridge soda bread. And the reason I said earlier we need a bit more stock is because we haven't got much to dip it in. Right. Soda bread, Dublin Coddle, St Patrick's Day, even sunshine. Get stout. Oh, go and we'll take this and peak.